Hi everyone! Recently I was a little bit overwhelmed by my another work in progress where I tried to figure how to color portrait. And I decided that I desperately need to color something simple and quick. I decided that Ivy will be a nice choice, so it will be a tutorial for beginners. I selected this page or this spread, and honestly, it's not very inspiring. It has a lot of text, but not so many main characters. We can only find here a dragon, a house mouse, and probably that's all. Everything else is just random objects, but still I want to color it. I decided to start coloring from the background, and for the background I will be using quite rich bright colors. I decided that bright background definitely can help the whole page to look more interesting. And I'm intended to use the same colors for the boss page of the spread. You know that I love violet, mauve and blue colors on my pictures, so there were my color choice. And first I thought that maybe I can do a gradient, like using dark blue on the upper part of the page and gradually via dark violet I planned to go to the light violet on the bottom part of the page. And on the left page I planned to do a reversed gradient, like I planned to put light violet on the upper part of the page and dark blue on the bottom part, and in the end it would create a nice, very well balanced spread. But then I decided to put this idea aside from the next spread from this book. So instead I will be doing a quite traditional background. I will put darker color near the edges of the page, and gradually I will be using light pressure, lighter color near the area around the text. And I plan to use soft pastels in the end to make this gradient even more smoother. It's always tricky when you have a lot of text on the page, and it's difficult to do this transition between the text and the picture. I don't like when the background finished abruptly and we have quite a crisp edge between the color and the text. So I will try to soften it in some way, and in my opinion, combining soft pastels and pencils will do it work. I also decided that somehow I need to attract attention to the main characters and the most interesting objects on the page. So here we have dragon, house mouse, castle, some kind of compass, and also hanging gemstones. And I decided to use the lightest color, light magenta, to create soft halo around each of those main characters and most interesting objects. For the whole background I will be using only 4 colors of polychromos pencils. Lightest color, as I said, will be light magenta, then closer to it I will use violet, darkest color will be industron blue. And then I needed some color to make a connection between blue and violet, something that has both hues. And blue violet is a very nice color to make a transition from blue to violet, and also the name of the pencil was really very helpful to select this one. I decided to use polychromoses. First, it will be easier with their hardness to fill in between small objects on this page. And also, I'm still in a search of perfect pencils for the paper in this British edition, and I'm still not sure which brand is the most suitable for coloring without leaving white traces between pencil strokes. The idea of using three similar colors and one additional light magenta proved to be very useful. It helped me even on this crowded page to attract attention of the viewer to the most important parts of the picture, which illustrate the part of the story which is told on this page. When you look at this picture, you immediately may notice the house mouse, castle, compass, and of course our dragon. And also the background in this way doesn't look too boring. I didn't use burnisher or blender on this page. It simply didn't work well with polychromos pencil on this paper. Instead, I applied at least two layers of pigment and I tried to vary the direction of my strokes and I tried to work with a light hand. I also wanted you to notice how I draw small clouds around the castle in order to make the background to look even more interesting and some kind of rays of lights coming from the compass. Also, I draw some halo around house mouse and hanging gemstones. It's important to make a very soft and light color near the center of the page where the text will start. The last thing I wanted to explain is that on the area which is closer to the binding and where I needed to use my indifferent blue color, instead I used Kohinoor Mondeluz in matching dark blue color, and I did it purely because I didn't want to spend my quite expensive pencil for such an plain task just to fill in the big area. And Kohinoor Mondeluz proved to be quite a nice choice. It covered area very well and colors really were matching together, so the difference wasn't very visible. Thanks for listening to my explanations, and I hope to see you in the second part where the fun will begin.